up on that
Like what,
stage.
Paper X,
And
NRG,
Hypoc
maybe.
mentioning
I
the
need
fact
them to get
that
tested, and the
Mini Boot
Sentinels are probably
is
the
one of
three
those
that I'm like
additions
confident
here
with.
for Heretics. So consistently a
I would
pop-off
put them in
player,
top
right?
4
Not
at the moment
seeing
for
same
that
kind of
event.
value every
Okay,
single
BBL on
round.
defense,
Map
Heretics
one.
on attack.
Seems like BBL have the answer to this already before it even starts. Minibu walks in to the Lion's Den and comes out of it without a head and without his life. BBL
Ooh, got a double there. I'm pretty sure there's no extra util unless there was a stun. I think one of them might have been stunned. Yeah, in terms of the pistols, it is 1-1, but this, wait. Oh, he had a chance with the 2 shots there. Alright, 2-1 for Heretics in terms of pistols.
Pistol round in pocket here for Heretics. Started out the same way over on Split. They do look very comfortable in a lot of those pistol rounds, and then you head into round 2, and they look even better, right? But there's also a difference in the kind of tempo you can take. Sure, you have the dive potential coming out of the Raze, but Minibu on the Neon is... I think he's probably one of the best.
And we start to look at this, and they're allowed 1 death.
He's one of the best, period. Mega fanboy here.
Yeah, they did change.
Just saying. But yeah, I think one of the instances that we need to look at is definitely the fight of Rians here. He's up against his other home countrymen. Right?
What?
It's a matter of being proud to be the strongest Turkish player on the serve, and BBL have taken that right after him.
What the hell?
Definitely something to...
Kind of nerd crap is that, man? That's wild. Well, nice shot down.
How much that will matter.
Pretty cool though. It makes it look like it comes from A.
Kind of favored this one. They've got themselves plenty of guns to work with.
Go, go, go. Just kind of ebb and flowing right now, seeing how BBL look to handle the defense here in round 2. Everyone's stacked up over towards that B site. They have the retake camera, the information camera over at A, and just hoping the Heretics will fall into that trap, but it's not going to be the case this time around.
Bukax, thank you so much as well. Crypt as well. Thank you, you two. Appreciate you both.
Still keeping that space over towards the mid.
Yeah, so we go for a gamble stack, and we can retake or get info with the camera. So Heretics working out the right site on this. And the chuck dart is insane.
Can take a little bit more of that risk if he does want to cut off over towards mid.
TikTok lineup? Probably.
Yeah, it's almost as if Heretics are knocking at the door and no one's replying.
Weber just scrolling through TikTok at night. What's on the Gecko on Sunset is good on this map. Open roof. Open roof. Any map with an open roof or a map that is like long rotate wise where you potentially have to play retake, the Gecko is always going to be good. Right? Util and gotta think of this util in a retake, right? This is like the best util you could possibly have for a retake. A huge molly, a flash, and a guy that can defuse. Like that's
they did have the mirror composition.
Some of the best retake util you can get.
That Sova for the Gecko there for Reezy, and you've also got the change in the duelist as well when you see Kushner pulling out that Raze. But I do also wonder if maybe it was a bit more of a question of comfort in that kind of regard. Maybe leaning back towards something, instead of playing more into that Sunset kind of meta that we've seen coming through with some of those more blitz plays with Neons. And I mean, sure, we see Razes as well, but I think Kushner has always looked a lot more comfortable on the Raze versus the Neon pick.
Yeah, it does seem to be the case, right? It's for some players...
Map Gecko's not good on. Its worst map is there. That it? It's not too bad on Haven. I don't think it's great on Haven, I'll be honest. But it's in a team, something to defuse and plant. You can have 5 people dueling. It's very nice.
For here as well. 3 away
Breeze.
From the null commands.
I don't think it's too bad on Breeze. Yeah, it's not as bad as Split. Might be better than Haven. You're right. Maybe Breeze as well.
Over towards mid, you've got the trip top mid. Very standard look on that. Easily shot out. Adding that pressure.
I think it could be good on Breeze.
Here as well, just to make it a lot more.
Retake a lot on this map.
BBL and force them to actually fall off of A a little bit here as well.
Timing for Brave, but you're right. That smoke keeps Heretics BBL
big
busy,
buy run for BBL.
as they have given up a lot of control, a lot of question marks on the map.
Fracture. Oh, it's gonna be unbelievable for
Slow
Fracture.
and steady. Heretics winning this bonus would be tremendous for them, not only for this match, this series. They've got to bring themselves back together. You've got to hope that Neil Zinho had a good pep talk for the team to bring their morale up. And so far, Paddy Tech first blood, good entry. And now it spreads BBL's resources thin. That was a mid player.
That's a
that
lovely
was a
pick.
setup player.
Smoke goes in to create the amount of pressure like they're pushing after getting the kill as well. That means that Sight is weak. This is a team that originally, that we first saw the plant over towards B with the after plant.
But again, BBL going to play this a little bit safe.
And we might get to see it in all its glory. Plant goes down. We go 4 pass and B main. 1 person fighting on site. Probably going to see a spam fest. The good news for BBL is they kept a lot of util. So let's see what their after plant. Well, let's see what their retake stuff is going to be like. It goes in the smoke. Yushna gets half. Yushna got half early here. Pressure is on for this. Wingman, insta dead. Next person up, into the dead.
No one is going to be able to be in that line of fire. Heretics, they've gone for this try before, and they've gone for it so many times. It's so hard to think that.
Anyone from Riot in chat?
Guys, you
guys want to look at this site?
To get them 3 in a row.
I like the ideas coming
any rioters? You guys want to flag this? I'll clip the round for you. I'll send it. I can clip every single round if you want that this happens because it's a lot. It's like 4 in a game at the moment. It'd be pretty cool if we got rid of this. I want to do your job for you, but I feel like taking away this plant spot would be cool. Really, really cool. Like just this, and then the site's good. You don't have to change too much. You could do it in one update. Just get rid of that. That'll be the one. That we have a really good map.
Back to ground 0 for BBL. But it seems like Kushin's push works out like a charm.
Really good map.
Very important.
Again, this is still like the best map they've made for a while. Just one little thing, and that's fine.
In control.
In control, but some Stinger gaming.
Yeah.
They do have to keep an eye on these rifles, though, I think is an important part. So far, just paying a lot of respect over towards that one way.
It's just an eco. Bringing it, I mean, honestly, not too bad at the moment. I like the push.
BBL do end up going for them. It's highly
You hate this map? Honestly, fundamentally, this map works really well. It's really cool. Like, if we actually take away this, it's such a nice map. Like, everyone has a... I liked when it came out that everyone had, like, a different... when I looked at, like, FNS, I spoke to Mini as well. Like, everyone had a different view on how the map should be played on attack, and that's normally a good map. But everyone was also right? Because I was looking at this, I'm thinking, well, obviously, middle looks easy. Mini was thinking that A main was the one, and I think FNS was talking that you have to take market every round. So everyone's, like, looking at the right things in terms of where is good to create 2 points of, like, question. It's a well-made map, honestly, apart from this B plant.
As expected at the start, those 2 picks at the beginning.
Kind of similar to Pearl to an extent, apart from middles there, but...
Again, it's a tempo team, but you know, winning 4 rounds in a row could be enough to take the wind out of your lungs.
Alright, let's see. They managed to at least pick up some of the guns. Plant goes in. Mini Boo, sorry, Boo has a smoke to smoke himself off. And flash into smoke. Spam into TP away.
Boo nearly was in trouble. Had to run away from the mosh. Wingman no more. Elite gets a pick. How much do they have in store for us anymore? It's hard to spray when you've only got pistols, and especially when you line up. Wait, the defuse still going on. Miniboo's going to have to close up the gun, but he might not be there on time.
Holy, that's got pretty close.
Barely for the spike explosion to come in. No one survives that round.
Yeah, very, very close. This is a nice eco from them. Good bit of damage.
Heretics, and it came right down to the wire.
Smee, by the way, thank you so much. Thank you with the Prime. I appreciate that. Welcome into the Slug Club. Sorry that I missed that.
Especially over towards that B site. A bit more of that pressure over towards B main. Have a flank come through. Heretics are very comfortably playing back into the choke right now and just playing that post plant, and there isn't really much threat to it because the advantage is on their side in the post.
Okay, 2 rounds where they've won with this after plant. They can either fight heavier B and retake A, most obvious option, or when they take B, they gotta get map control behind. Pretty much 2 options. That's it.
Let's see if they can replicate that magic this time around.
You actually see that Epic's not really the one.
Tujuri with 70. Sorry, Tujuri 77 with the 5 months. Thank you so much for the Prime, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Benji
Go, bro. I've loved how he's performed this year. He's doing great.
Over here. into Sunset.
How do you counter the post plant? If you have really good util, hope they miss the spam. We've seen some teams be able to do it. The best I saw was it yesterday that we saw? Where it was like Gecko Molly here. It kind of fills up like this area. And then you have a small window where you have to hope they don't have util on the spike and you can defuse. But yeah, it's very hard, man. I mean, the easiest counter is just not let him plant or go fast behind. That's it.
That Brave is in trouble here. Good to keep his life for a bit, but quickly
still though, I mean, everyone here. Whoa!
Wow, wants to go out with a bang. Not going to be subbed out that quickly.
Whoa.
Wants to show why he should stick into VCT.
How's he done this? Big buy round, just 2-tap after 2-tap. Surely someone picks this guy up though. He's performed too good to not be in this league next year.
Firepower back here on the side of Team Heretics. Again, BBL, I mean, they've made adjustments. We've seen the ideas coming out from them. It's just missing, I feel like, a couple of pieces in a lot of those retakes as far as the last little bit, that last little leg that would actually help them find a bit more of that success.
Sounds like Benji Fishy learned a bit of Spanish while he was over in Madrid.
Oh my goodness. On the eco every single time they just like to go for a fast track. Kushin just getting sent in. They put the ult into it. In terms of the ult onto this round, it's not too bad. Imagine it was like a 1-4 default. They could kill one, pick up the gun, and then snowball.
It should be. I mean, I feel like when we do see those
for anyone questioning the ult, a bit of mistiming on that.
He's got a say in the matter.
Yeah, putting a lot of ults into this one. Holy.
Elite, you're disgusting,
yeah, Paddy, you got to move after that one.
Suddenly BBL have got a chance.
Yeah, and this was a gun as well, so...
The last map started, where the comeback began.
You asked me a question, basically told me to eat my words on stream here.
Oh no. I'm starting to panic here.
I mean, they're also walking into BBL who've swapped.
Smee, thank you for the bits as well. Thank you.
Here for Elite. Trips to give away the ruse.
Pick the right site, and when they see the trips, they're going to be like, well, now they kind of know. There has to be another trip over towards this. They're going to have to kind of slowly go in. And they're going to go pick up the gun, and we have a 2v3 after plant. Omen flash, 1 smoke. And Jesse has all of his utils. They do an early smoke to make sure he has to do all of his util early, so that's nice. Util to clear this bit of map control instead of hitting over towards the site. So that smoke was great. Omen flash goes in, swing with it. What a shot. What a shot. Okay, nicely done. And they get 3 upgrades. This was a huge run for BBL. And they get rewarded for all the ults that went in. Jelliot, thank you so much. Appreciate the 13 months.
Obviously the thrifty
I've been on board with some of the 100 Thieves stuff. You think I think they've had an unlucky run in terms of the teams they're playing. So I'm a bit of a 100 Thieves believer at the moment until I see stuff to worry me.
Okay, are you gonna keep doing that every single time and Elite be the one?
This week is a good. This week will be a good confirmation of it though, or
telling me enough about over in the green room
or we start worrying.
Like, this guy's nuts.
They played G2, right? That's a big game. Wait, is it G2? No, they played G2. Who did they play this week? They play someone where I'm like, oh, this could be close. C9, that's it.
But it's a 50-50 on if he's actually going to win the engagement.
Yeah, everyone's going fast with the raises at the moment.
Either this time, a bit of
everyone dueling. The raise gets sent out every round from Kushina. Had a lot of fast Fs.
Here, 2 players hand in hand to face up against Brave. The one-sided smoke comes in on time to make Heretics move out of Benji Fish. He's gotten away with his life and he doesn't even know it.
Oiled game.
I thought he was going to try a timing for in that blow. I was like, are you really going to push the one there?
Okay, then insert one over towards middle. So this will here rotates. Either way.
For BBL on A, and it seems that's exactly where Heretics
and the official goes to middle. Does it spot the 1? Gets killed. Pressure here. Knife goes over towards A and hit 2. So
drawing a bit of that utility out.
Yeah, Heretics sticking with their original plan. Just this time they 4-person group. Pressure over towards middle because obviously they got. He shot the fish.
There's a flash. But he is alone on an island.
Aura. Gotta kill 1 at least.
30 seconds left.
Lovely. Lovely. Did great.
2 kills before he drops. And instantly
goes in. They can speed up this time for the retake though.
down to.
They got Omen Flash and all the util, and there's no smoke here, so they don't have to use all their util early, so they can actually dump it over towards the site. So it looks way better in the retake, and they managed to win this one earlier. So.
Oh, I can imagine what the BBL watch party is looking at right now, looking at how they can take this on. It's been turned into a 3v2.
Oh, they didn't get through this.
Oh, but Benji, Fishy, and Boo have got a good crossfire. Wingman on the spike won't be able to do it, but
A lovely shot from him as well, yeah. Very
Soul
good,
as
nice
he
bit of
sends
util
it
as
to
well.
heaven.
I mean, the smoke
Knowing that
almost
Ashes
gave it to
was
him.
his best opportunity to take the fight, not allow Benji Fishy
Both
to
of the rounds,
reposition into the
2v3s
post.
over towards
Just doing it with so
towards
much
a
time on the
retake.
clock here as well.
Henry. Thank you so much, Henry. Appreciate you. Thank you for the 4 months.
However, a lot of these rounds, I think, what's tough
Yeah,
about
not on
them
this
is
one.
how much they are coming down to some of these hero plays. The heroics coming out from individuals,
recon looked nice.
finding multi-kills. Some kills that they shouldn't even be finding.
That's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Let us hunt.
We weren't joking around when we said magic here.
What do you think about picking Sunset against Heretics? They didn't pick
You
it.
and Mitch.
I think this is wrong.
It's hocus pokery.
This is wrong, chat, right? I'm like real confident Heretics picked this.
In winning ways.
I even think the
Milkman to
graphic
stop
earlier
the
was fine.
entire thing, though,
Just
here
wrong?
for
Yeah,
Power.
yeah, yeah. So your concern was correct, bro, for sure. Because
Respecting.
especially playing a comp that they've had a lot of practice against.
He boosts straight out onto the site. No one will be spraying towards
Okay,
it just
and
yet. It's a matter of
do
playing
they get the plant down?
Oh,
Oh.
What?
Finds his way out into the open and gets denied the null command.
The timing
Whoa!
on the smoke, dropping
Oh my
Elite.
goodness, Elite! 3 kills, and I can't even fathom how quick those came out.
That was
Aliens
ridiculous.
is left alone. A moment where
Straight up
ultimates
individual
from the
aim. It's
Heretics side
no
could
plant down
make all the
1v4.
difference. And BBL have a big answer to that, and that has 2 letters to it. No. Reeds, what can you do? Turk, 1 Turk versus the 3, but of course the numbers.
Dude, give me this replay.
BBL.
Yeah,
Again,
you can definitely
right
give
back on
it.
Charge, looking to replicate what they did on Splits.
A little bit of taunting there
How many bullets?
on
3?
stage as well. Some
3, 4?
hand waves coming out for the team, all smiles, all banter.
And little mistakes like that, you know, that could have changed
Oh my.
everything. But of course,
That was
Elite has to
so,
come out of
so
nowhere.
clean.
He's playing aim labs.
He's playing aim labs. I don't know Turkish, but pretty sure that wasn't.
Yeah, might give them the confidence with this as well. What's the money like?
So stoic as always.
No idea. We'll find out in a sec.
We cracked one smile earlier. That was the quota for the day.
Yeah, it was.
Timeout to be called this time, though, on the side of Team Heretics. As BBL looked to ramp things up. This is kind of what we saw on Split. BBL started to find their footing, started to catch up.
Yeah.
And Heretics were the ones actually falling behind and making those adjustments.
Yeah,
And I
it
think it's
forced
clear
them down
we
to an
see
eco,
concern
3 in a
places on
row.
Neilzinho and Weber.
Both maps
Yeah,
so
Boo
far,
also looking
Heretics
at
have some kind of 5-1 start, and BBL have been making a comeback.
But I don't know, there's a bit extra sweat on that forehead here. 3 rounds lost consecutively, back to economical troubles. It kind of
The
sounds
KO,
the
yeah,
alarms
they-
of the
I mean,
previous map, where BBL
at least they
lead
won
and
the
Sane come
rounds.
back on the first half.
Just
Sometimes
pretend
you
it
do just
didn't
want
happen
to touch
and
bases
it was a
with
great
people,
ult.
kind of reset that mental and go into the next round with a fresh look instead of feeling that pressure of, is it happening again?
Yeah, 100%.
Hero gun, hero ult, Omen ult if
switches
they wanted as well.
around here,
Let's
Heretics. I
see,
don't
something
think
over
we've
towards
seen
middle, a
explosive
lot of
starts
pings.
around from them
What are they
at all
expecting?
this game thus far. I wonder if it's going to be the eco.
Life goes in, hits 2, didn't hit the raise.
On the right-hand side, even though there's 3
Think?
defending
Pretty
it.
sure that's right.
You can also
didn't look
typically
down here.
assume in that situation, Kushner is going to be there if you spotted Reezy. So expecting 3.
Perfect nade. They disrespected a lot about.
Picks away with his life. And to kill to tell for it as well.
How is this guy alive?
Trouble, but no, not really. Call the ambulance, but not for me. Kushner is right back into the party, bringing the champagne bottles. Benji Fishy alone.
Okay, nicely done with this as well. And 4 people surviving is pretty good for their recon.
Right close to Heretics score.
Yeah, no space to play with there whatsoever for Benji. Ultimates racking up though here. Heretics do have, I believe, 2 until that null command comes online here for Patatek, but you've also got Kushner cycled onto another showstopper heading into this round. We've consistently seen it expended early.
Yeah, and BBL come back for the rest of this half. Heretics, complete
Presence is
opposite.
there this time. How much value does it get if it's popping it?
This is nice. Just Boombot goes into smoke, and then obviously Dizzy as well. So very hard to force through this. A lot of stuff to shoot.
Playing it a bit safer as well.
Heretics with the knife hitting free, or at least seeing free, but to Yuto intercended, and the Cypher is doing so much work over towards Market. I feel like the Cypher is always getting him 1 or 2 kills in terms of the info that they get. Seen this plant before, and Kushner might want to try stop it.
Speaking of which,
not letting them settle down at all.
Oh, damn, he's still alive. Imagine he gets one on site.
Has got 10 HP on him, trying to face up against Elite here.
He tanked everything though. Alright, 3v5. Surely this time they have the molly.
They've been good to hold this whenever
The smoke goes out.
they've been winning, but they've always had some sort of a numbers advantage. But this is when Kushner starts to push forwards into the smoke. The wingman gets shut down as well. There's time trouble for BBL. Heretics might be able to save this. Elite slow on the spike. He gets stopped. Can't even beat a few. 2 versus 2.
What is this, man?
So quickly at this point, Para has to move in for the fight. Brave is going to decide to stick it to spray down, but I believe he may not have the chance.
Yeah, I mean, nicely done from Heretics. What else can we say, really?
For Heretics stands.
they stop the bleeding for now, but you look towards BBL, and okay, sure, they have the last 4 rounds in a row. They've also never won a post plant on B. Like, we continuously see the same thing being done. Util dumping towards B main, but really nothing is happening there.
Chat, how do we even
How
do we even bring enough attention to this?
Like solo.
I'm not quite sure what sort of breakthrough utility they had there, really, because it felt like every time they had to.
I guess we need more rounds like this. That's
whether
it.
It was behind the smoke or pushing it dry. Maybe they were limited in that way.
A bit more pressure, I think, on those flanks. An option that BBL hasn't really entertained in those posts.
Miniboo again, quite explosive into this one. And,
Oh, not again, bro, man. I'm just sick of it.
BBL yet to win a retake on B.
This time, though, Heretics, they're opting to maintain more of this backside control than previously.
Ultra aggro. Kushner, though, puts him to rest. That's a really good count.
That's so
Doesn't ping the single one. No one
It came up
knows.
on minimap, yeah.
Finally, Benji Fishy takes it
Now
down,
what, man?
but it's done quite a bit.
You got an
It's a
Omen
really
flash, you got an Omen flash,
situation
and then
if
hopefully
you
tap
know
the spike at the same time. Knife goes in, hits a few, so they don't have their util for
coming after the
this.
spike.
Wait, not enough spam on this. Oh, we might have one.
Kushner into the
Nice.
fight. They know they have to
Damn, they got
contest
one.
this, and that they will. Finally learning
Yeah,
from
that
their
was
wrongs
nice. A lot of
and get
people
themselves a
involved
win.
on this.
They use the mass as the number
Yeah, the
advantage
Omen
to
flash was
actually
good
look
here.
to collapse, and it's a great adaptation coming out from BBL. Now 1 round here left into this half, and
Still not great to watch.
Heretics have nothing to
Still
work
really
with.
not great to watch. I mean, respect to this guy. Absolutely sent it.
That's an
Yeah, this is what we're
explosive
talking about though, right? The
the
gecko molly that has to be here.
The switch in approach, and you got to say the coaches are a little bit happy about that one.
The gecko molly that is like in this
Just a little
zone,
bit. We're warming up to it.
which then forces them over towards here behind an Omen smoke, and then you take the space. So you molly, you smoke, and then you have to win the duels on the left side of it, and then they have to push back through the smoke. A lot of util though, that's the issue, but
again,
that seems to be the way that teams are handling it. There's an Omen flash as well on top of this to force them behind the
It's
smoke.
bleak, it's weak, and BBL know of it, so they're just gonna take their time and wait for Heretics to approach, get the read in. And let's be fair, they haven't wasted too much utility either.
Not ready yet. Cover going out.
Timing on the
Visual
refresh.
and force them down to eco.
Drone's actually not going to be contested, just fully tucking and backing off the angle. False sense of security.
Miniboo is gonna walk in. Wouldn't it be funny if he ends up with a double? No. Brave would say.
Bro, what a
it would be
lovely
funny.
comeback from BBL again.
And Thrash picks up.
Do they tunnel vision?
Oh dear, that's gonna delay Kushner here.
In the
But
corner.
it's gonna
Hey,
make
nice.
simple
This is
workings
great though.
of
Realize the timing on this one.
that's paint. Not to put Reed's system,
Yeah,
not
nicely
to
done.
lead is required for that. Not in liquid form though.
Great comeback once again. 5-1 down. They get it to 6-6. Very impressive every single time. Horrendous starts into the map, but they do really good to bring it close.
6-6. BBL for a second time running the close the gap. This time not with the lead. Is that enough for the second half?
I mean, you look at the momentum. It's all on the side of BBL right now.
True. You start to wonder, is this BBL just
Why is the B plant so much more problematic? It's a mix of two things. It's a mix of the fact that you can get the plant covered by half, right? So you can get the plant covered by half, so you only have to spam 50% less of where you would have to normally spam on some maps. Obviously you have like Haven where you can plant it close to it, but then also where they have to duel you from is thinner than when they can duel you from. So it's like when you're in this position, you have better advantage than these people that are defusing, right? You can only duel these people here, but they're in a bigger area of where they can stand to take the angles, and they have this that they can hide behind the whole time. So you're out in the open getting spammed, and you can the only way you can duel, especially if you think of, right, say we plant the left side here, the only way you can duel this in terms of this angle here is by standing in front of the planter. The people are trying to shoot, you're spamming the planter and you're spamming people in front of it, and they can then just tuck in and then go back out. Like, you're just fully in control when you smoke yourself off. But it just doesn't work. In terms of the pistols, by the way, 1-0 for this map, and then 2-1 altogether. Where the hell is that? 2-1. Yeah, but the good news is both teams can do it. So we see them over towards B main. And let's see how they handle this one. Molly goes out, stops the original tap. They have numbers. Yeah, they're just waiting for the smoke. They're just waiting for the smoke to go away.
Oh, Miniboo's got him low, though. He hasn't gotten a chance to swing just yet, but it's Paddytech to do a lot of the work. They'll try to overwhelm them with numbers.
Nicely done. This was pretty cool, though. Insta-fast flood of the site, knowing they're going to go over towards B main. They wait for the smoke. They smoke this off, and again, similar situation. You fight this corner, and you block vision over towards here, or you have some util for here.
Free sight line for the spams through the smoke, even on pistols.
Not too bad. BBL, if they had a frenzy. Yeah, if they had a frenzy or an extra smoke.
I mean, I know it was 6-6, but I think mentally find themselves back into the
double
game
pistols.
Find that lead. Again, they are the ones that are down currently, one map. BBL sitting on the comfort, knowing that
yeah, so 3-1 altogether. 2-0 for this map. Pistols. Gonna be hard for BBL. They're gonna have to do double bad starts into halves.
Big questions.
Do have the hero gun. Okay, what's going on here? Force Spy. Okay, so Force Spy, we've got to pay attention. We get a hero gun. I mean, everyone's got a hero gun, really. Yeah, what we saw on Split, create a lot of pressure over towards middle, rotate comes in, and now, in theory, what the? Whoa, what the? Yeah, did they just think they didn't plant? And does this guy have no idea about the guy on the left? Oh my. Some low HPs though.
That easy spike onto the ground. Benji Fishy wants to carry on the momentum from the first round of this half. Easy. What can you do here?
Oh.
1v2.
It landed on the top.
Even find the first. Heretics
okay, nicely done for Heretics in the end, and they managed to pick up some of the better guns at the top mid. And yeah, rough start for BBL. Similar story to Split.
We're gonna see Miniboo. Okay, I like actually seeing that he will be buying up to a Phantom. Tension on the stage right now. But it tells me a bit about, okay, the confidence that he's
low buy means this money,
right?
and this
knowing that, okay,
whole econ can really excel. Let's see.
With the Guardian. Just being able to.
They're going to be sending it A, and there's 3 people A. Knife goes in, hits 2.
Yeah, BBL moving as a collective here. A ball of sheriffs.
Over towards elbow. Phantom's waiting on one side. It's a bit of a trap.
So you know what bandits are called in Spanish? Los Bandidos, and Heretics are looking to stop them right where they stand.
That's nice, though. I think it's a little bit bold to do it against an eco, but I like the overall plan. You one-way this, you stun this and this, then you have a flash over the top. Then you isolate these people, no one's going to be swinging when they're stunned. You can go forwards. It was really, really cool. Smoke, and this guy can enable as well. Again, I'm not sure I like it the most against an eco, but I like that. Also, it's a good sign to see that Heretics are adding different stuff into their strat book.
Sure, you have the green light over towards Heretics with the tripwires. But otherwise, It'll take them down early and then kind of reposition wherever you want. Leave Heretics guessing. And dash over.
I wonder if it would have
No
been
vision
worth it
block
for
on
them
this,
to
so
stay
probably
back
gonna have to
use
fight a little bit
flash.
heavier sight.
Potato, potato. This is the case scenario. No flashes, only a couple of shock darts and recon for Rians to move in, but Power wants to take the fight head on. Hasn't been spotted by the recon. Benji Fishy is able to put him to rest, and Elite alone. It's a Sheriff. It's a rough one. It's a difficult one. What have you got in store for us here?
That was the risky gamble because sure you have the cam on there, but that was the Phantom down.
They don't quite know
Oi.
where he is, but at least
Little
Aditech
dink on
is
that.
looking in that direction.
Yeah,
Elite know
tanked
more,
it.
and Heretics are able to find another.
You would have expected maybe more
Not
of that
bad
kind of
damage
position
though,
coming out from
considering their
pistol
buy,
players,
right?
aside
Just
from
all
the
sheriffs.
rifle, to be a bit stronger into that post plant, but disconnected. I know that they did have to go
And
fight
good sign for
forward
Heretics in
there,
terms of this
try and
retake, right?
isolate
We saw the
something, but
stun.
Heretics are a team that will
Okay, we didn't see that,
continuously
but the
stick
stun over
together
towards
into
the
those
right.
big
Duel the people on the
situations.
left.
They don't
Smoke
leave
so you
that
can carry on going
option
further.
open to
Air
take
flash
those
over the
ones.
top.
No, that's fair. I mean, especially when they've got the numbers advantage, might as well keep those numbers together. Get yourselves that trade value at the end of the day. But of course,
And
for BBL
what
again.
is this
And it took
one?
them a while, the first half, to get going.
This guy's holding a
Now
flash.
on
So is
attack,
this
you
like
may
they
need-
flash
again, is this the
mid
moment they come back?
and it's a fake of their push, and then actually they go fast B main? Yeah,
Oh.
with a recon to the
Oh
top.
wait, timing though.
It's kinda
Brave
nice.
going directly in for the fight. He's
Yeah,
got to deal
Heretics have
against
been.
Trip.
Heretics got some new
Takes
stuff.
out before he
So
uses
playing
his
off the
own.
fact that
Mini
this
boot.
flash middle always means that they
Goes
push middle.
Zerk wants to go
Whoa.
in for the fight, but Elite
16?
handles him
Okay, he
before
gets
he
traded no
drops.
matter
This is
what.
chaos.
And we
There's
got a
fights all over
3-on-3
the board, but
retake.
BBL knew the plan
But
was
no
the
Uto.
excitement
I mean,
along.
drone.
Took me a beat to digest what
Drone
was
to
actually
retake.
happening.
If
in
Riazi
mid
gets a
there.
kill,
It
he
was
gets
such
his
a
ult.
fast push out towards B main. 3v3 onto the retake here. Looking at this utility right now.
It's actually really important that the camera is still there for Benji Fishy. He's realized where all the players are. They're not on that side of the site, but they know the potential of Kushner being here, which they've already pinged out. And Kushner now is in trouble, but he's also
Yeah,
got
and
the
the trip gives them full
resistance
info.
of Power, and Reezy
Lovely
was required,
recon.
but it goes untraded. Reezy will be dropping Mosh Pit. 46 points of health on him, so he won't be able to survive a trade.
Oh, it's
Means
nice for
Power
this.
is left all to
Oh, we
himself
should have
to
waited for the
defend
spam more.
against Boo, who's still sticking the defuse. 3 bullets.
Damn,
Oh,
Bora just runs in.
to
Yeah, they messed up a little bit here. They got to
clutch
wait for the
up
spam and then
BBL.
swing.
Red Bull clutch coming in.
That was the
here
issue.
for
The swing was a bit
BBL.
too
Time
eager on this.
ticking it down
Might have think.
into that
Well, I mean,
post
honestly,
plant here. Heretics.
I
They
guess
found
it's
the
hindsight,
momentum into
but
this second half. BBL to stop the bleeding.
trying to swing as soon as he hears the
Plays
bullets.
here as well.
I mean, let's be fair. This is
Yeah,
a
as
new
soon as he
BBL.
hears the
This is
bullets,
completely
it's a
different.
great readjustment
Yeah,
from
okay, there are
Pora. We've
some
got to give him
aspects of the
everything there.
previous play style, some mistakes that they still do repeat. Yes, we're not too far away from that, but BBL is showing a different image. This is not the BBL we knew,
and
where they were bottom.
That
of the
forces them
scoreboard
down
in
to an
EMEA. This
eco,
is a BBL that
and
can
I
shoot
mean,
back.
it's still a
Showing
very
against
good
Void,
low buy.
and somehow
We've
they're
got
showing
to
against
pay attention
Heretics.
to the
But
outlook.
yes,
There's 3
folks, you're
people that
tuning
can get
in
one shot. We
at
get
a
a judge
moment
over
where
towards B
BBL
main as
have
well
got a
with the
map
light
with
armors. Might
Heretics
be
and
pretty
are
good against this.
challenging
If
the first
BBL
three
lose
consecutive
this round,
Heretics
they
have
are
gotten on the
beyond
second
wrecked, and
half,
it's probably the map
forcing
done.
them to an eco and potentially
So-
another equalization. It's insane. You can pinch yourselves. I know you can feel pain here. You're not dreaming.
That's how close each round has been since we've swapped sides. Trying to break that initial trip over towards B main, but it's not going to be one. Instead, it's a double trip setup over in market, expecting again that heavy mid presence coming out from BBL instead.
Knife goes in over towards B main.
That
That sees no one, so they heavy rotate over towards A, and as we can see, they're pretty far back from A. This is actually pretty scary. Good news is the judge isn't going to be here.
Have the stars really aligned? Miniboo not spotted by
Knife only
Bear
hits
yet.
one.
Good stun to keep them at bay. The Thrash is going to cause chaos and panic. Who will it find?
Double.
Oh, there's a couple of players, maybe even 3. And Miniboo isn't there to save his teammates' life. Not this time, Kushner
Yeah,
is
dude, he
on
gets
the
another
case
double with the fish
and
on.
hitting well, where Boo has to leave the case, leave the site. Maybe find some kills with a judge. You know you're going for rifles the next time
He's going to have to
around.
smoke himself off, right?
But BBL are looking different. They're looking strong.
Traveling.
And no one messes with Turkey, that's for sure. Not after this.
Omen flashback a sight, duel left. Boy, that knife though.
Underestimates a single team.
Very
in
nice
this
from BBL.
league.
3 people surviving on this one. It was word on from Heretics as well. Early info over towards B meant they could stack over towards A.
Again, you have have to remember that this is Heretics putting on a show. I feel like he has been such a solid initiator support on the side of Team Heretics, like the entirety of this season so far.
Yeah,
but
poor
again, this
Benji
is
did a
his last game.
good amount
Last
here.
time on stage under Heretics, and then you've got the idea that okay, Woot coming in. They're gonna have to work on some things.
This is a
so
massive buy round at 8, 9.
Yeah, it looks like they've
Got 5 people that can't buy, 2 people that can't buy.
They
They probably decide the map. We'll see. Knife goes in, hits 1. Early mid take. They spam the trip over towards middle.
Maybe they've been training with Root, believing that this should be a simple game, and Paddy Tech is not quite aligned with them. Who knows? It's a tough call to make, but BBL are taking full advantage.
Oh, with the
right
Omen
now.
flash?
That's
a sick strat. Can Mini Boo get any more? He swings. Swings, and Boo had a flash ready for him. Oh, I feel like they messed that up a little bit. Lovely ult to get out of there. But yeah, that could have been coordinated way better, right? His mate was right next to him. Omen flash on top of this for the extra swing. Knew the stun was already close to stop people from running close. The kind of chemistry that we've seen before from Heretics is looking a little bit off. Drone again. Do they even want a drone when they know what people are?
The second tick just shows exactly where they lie. Brave does TP, but then again, where exactly has he
Recon
gone?
as well, might be the
That's
same thing over towards
question mark
backside.
now for Heretics. Not much utility left for them, not much aggressive utility that is. And Brave, good for the first trade, the rest of them can just be thorns. Just hide away at this point. And Heretics don't have the confidence to go in for the fight, go in for the
Very nice from BBL.
And BBL,
Dude, they get it to 9-9 and they lost double pistol.
that is insane.
They got disconnected in that 3v3. You have Boo trying to put on the pressure from Ali on the A site and expecting his teammates and Reens and Benji Fishy to be able to actually push in through short, but so much respect.
This was a really cool strat though. KO flash on top as well, just to make sure that the person over towards the left can't kill the person double satcheling. Get round the corner. Omen flash was great.
Okay, okay. Getting some vibes in the arena here.
Goddamn.
On stage.
God damn. Well, okay, timeout coming out from Heretics. It seems like the timeouts haven't had that much of effect for this side, has it? It doesn't seem that grand for them. Where's the bounce back? Where's the feeling of being on the server? Mini Boo.
It's been I tell you what, it's been the same thing. Just once they start getting money on their side, BBL just looking more convincing.
He's been so good in doing so in the past, but today, this game, that's not happening.
I mean, how often do you see Mini Boo going double negative?
Yeah. Do you have siblings, Ash?
4.
Right, so you know when your sibling tries to probably build you up, trying to give you words of motivation, but because
it's wild,
you're
Dasp.
their
How
sibling,
are they actually
right?
still
You
in
don't really
this?
listen. You're like, just shut up.
Whoa, okay,
Right?
whoa.
No?
I don't think...
That's my experience, at least. That's my experience. Okay.
But from what we've seen in interviews,
Yeah,
I don't think it's the same vibes here for Boo
yeah,
and
their love is built different, but you never know. You never know. It could all be a rouge.
They literally have matching in-game names.
That's very true.
I could never.
That's cute. Yeah.
I could never.
It's pretty high.
The way that they just talk about each other, I just don't even... I feel like that's something that we did have questions about
Orson,
when
low
kickoff
buy.
was starting. It was one of those things where we're like, okay...
Had a Bucky and a Judge at one point.
A
sewer rat with the 8 months. Thank you for all the support. Marino Mess as well. I think I missed that earlier. Thank you so much for that, man.
Right. Everybody speaks so highly of each other in Heretics. It's a family already.
Wait, Benji?
To that, but for some reason this
It's the
family
camera.
isn't clicking. It's facing some problems and perhaps may need
He's missed the
counselling
camera. He uses the
after
classic to
this
make sure they didn't
match
show him where
with
their
BBL.
rifle
If
is.
they do end up losing it, even if they don't, it's already been quite catastrophic. Be certain of that. But already it looks like BBL have their sights on this B site, and Heretics have got a good setup for that. They've got some guns for it and they've got presence, but BBL somehow want none of that.
I also want to, like, Boo is on the other side of the map right now, jiggle peeking with a Bucky.
Not quite the distance for it, is it?
I mean, mostly looking for information, though.
Yeah.
He'll tuck back in and try and bait them
How
in
do they get
into the
past this one
shotgun,
way?
but one way to be thrown out.
As we can see, if they walk, disrespect it, they've owned it. But would you really do that against a low buy? Not a chance.
Being pulled, but again, the weapon's disadvantage here.
Yeah, so they used a lot of util. One tap. Whoa! My guy, where are we aiming with that to do this much damage?
Opener does kind of give them a full leeway onto this A side. Carpet rolled out in front of them.
Just one is being taken here by Heretics.
30 seconds left.
Lacking that same kind of synergy and coordination we've seen in the past.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to retake this one with this util.
Take this! Coming through! Go, go, go!
can you do here? You haven't been able to do much with the rifles. Will the sheriff be it? Not this time around, not when Elite is there.
Hey,
On the
and
case.
BBL take the
Triple
lead.
execution of this
No
round, and
pistols,
BBL have
no
found the
bonus
lead.
rounds.
I think BBL also are just shooting back so well right now. Like, they are on point with their shots. The Heretics, I know we're talking a lot about Miniboo, the score line currently as far as that KDA goes, but you also consider the fact that he is still doing his job on the Neon, making that space, and his team is able to capitalize off of it. It's just not the same multi-kills that we usually have seen in the past off that kind of entry, but the rest of the team on Heretics, they are doing well to try and maintain that, try and balance that out.
That's true.
And pick up some of that weight, that responsibility, the fragging power.
But it's quite a lot of momentum.
Knife
that
goes
BBL
in,
have
they
picked
take
up. I
A
don't think they've
control.
lost the round,
The full, is this the same mid thing that they did?
their initial one
Flash
in
over the
this
top,
half.
Omen flash double satchel. Flash over the top, Omen flash double satchel.
Consecutive Kushner
With the
going
dizzy on top.
guns blazing.
Oh man,
Finally,
Miniboo did
Miniboo
incredible
wins a
to
crucial
get
fight,
that.
so Reans has at least traded and
And they
Benji
just got to
gets
send it
Reans
through backup
home.
plan. Okay, so if obviously if you get this kill, then you can follow it up. If you don't, backup plan is to insta hit over towards market. It's still a nice overall round by them though. I
Unsung
like
hero
that.
here on the side of Team Heretics with the way he's been able to bring back a lot of these rounds. Now tying this up 10 to 10.
I mean, let's be fair, his snapping ability is out of this world, Benji Fisher, right? He's been so clean with these gun trades. Not only today, but generally throughout the season, since the start of the year, he's shown up big time. And it's got to be daunting to play up against him, right? It's one of those situations, oh, Benji Fisher's playing there, let's go the other way.
Massive rounds.
It's
One
gotta be
person
daunting.
can't buy next.
He's
So
on
one would
fire.
take a
It's
hit,
like,
and it would
okay,
probably be
he's
Miniboo
starting
would
to
just
wanna
use
see
ult
what
with
site
backup
he's
gun.
set up on, but both the
BBL,
servers, I think,
literally
on
same
Team
spot,
were quite
one
dynamic
person.
with they were setting up their trips and whatnot and switching things out, keeping
And
the attackers guessing.
I mean, there's so many ults. We got Ray's ult, but it gets cancelled by the KO ult.
Ultra broken towards main. I love that cage being thrown down to
KO ult?
deny the one way.
How far is Kushner willing to
Yeah,
go with the
and
shots?
then insta ult.
Straight away though, Heretics don't really want to allow BBL to get into the site, clean it up.
Okay,
They
at least
found
got
only
one. They have no
target
idea
onto
about the
one of
close
these players.
setup.
The spike finally being
Shock
touched
goes.
down.
Oh man, that shock did
Damage,
actually
but
pretty
only
good
just some
damage. Another one on
splash
top of that
damage.
as well,
Not
chipping
enough
them
to
away.
be of any substance.
Wall. I was going to say wall across to separate this with a flash out. Damn, bro, look at him go. 2-on-2.
Completely demanding supremacy over them.
Whoa.
Keeping it going, drawing
Big
out the
1v1.
classic, but it's down to a duel.
Damn. Yeah, and he had no idea where he was because it's like surely he would have swung earlier with his mate dueling so heavy.
On top.
And
Kushner's
what a
gotta change
massive
his name
round.
from
They put some
Kushner
ults into it as well.
Executioner,
KO
that's all
ult
he's been
gone.
doing
Sova
this
ult gone.
game. It happened
Razor
on
obviously for
splits,
BBL, but
happening again on Sunset.
dude's
I feel like
halfway
he's
there.
always pressing go, and because he's online right now, it's working.
Damn, bro. They're so fired up.
Contagious. Their tempo is unmatched. Heretics seem to be silent.
And wait.
And, oh my God,
Who
this
takes
has
the
gotta be
hit? Gets the
really tough to
judge.
face up against.
Okay, interesting.
They've
Wants
got
another go at it with the
resources,
shotgun.
they've
This
been on
time goes for the
rodeo
judge.
before, but this mental challenge
Aura
is
one away
something
from
they'll
his
have to
ult.
overcome, given this is a situation they'll
Oh,
have to
my
struggle
guy.
to make to playoffs.
What's going on
Gets
here?
caught out in no man's land, and
Kushner is an
just
Kushner is an
picks up the
absolute
safe
beast
single-handedly.
right now. It's
Paddington
insane.
wanting to give it
Guys, don't
another
be doing
fight
this.
outside of the smoke, but one for one
Oh my
will not
goodness.
do.
Some of the plays are mad. Guys, please play together. You're so close to winning.
This is Turkish pride for Rians right now. This is a different fight of a different level. So if he's able to save the day for his team right here, right now, he'll take that opportunity and take the full mile. Elite's on the
Lovely.
side,
21 HP.
weaving in and out
Damn, dudes.
of
2
battle with
chances.
finesse that Heretics
2
haven't seen in
chances.
a while. One away from putting Heretics to the bottom of their group.
I don't think anyone
Man, he's
expected
so
this to
calm
be a
with it. It was
potential
impressive.
2-0 for the side of BBL. If anything, going the distance to a 2-1. But I think, again, Heretics, we have to remember, they were the favorites going into this matchup. And BBL seemed to be bringing themselves up, showing the change that's
Dude, they have this many
they've been
ults.
slowly working on since the beginning of the season. Starting things off with that 2-0 against Koi the other week.
Knife goes in over towards A, hits no one. Heretics realize they have a lot of ults, so they can't really hold sight because the hit's going to be too much. Fischl into KO, into Razor. Oh boy, this guy back of sight has to get everyone. Benji? There's a judge. Oh my god, there's a guy behind him. Now what? You tilt for this, and we can shock this, but this guy wants to be smoked off. And they got nothing for that, and he had to shock. Oh, that's going to stop this, though. He gets hit by the... Wait, what? The shock didn't do damage to him. Oh, my. That's insane. BBL 2-0'd them. They look good, bro. That was impressive. You got to remember as well, pistol-wise, 1-3 in pistols, and they still win.